Hello everybody, it's Wendy here from Indigo Blue Team with another project. It's another journal page in my 6x6 journal that I really like. I've done a little bit of prep in advance, but not very much. All I've done is I've put some white gesso on this double page spread. I don't normally bother, but I thought I'd do it this time and just work with how the paint reacts slightly differently when I put it on the rag paper. And then I've just ripped and glued down with some Slap It On matte, some scraps of old book paper. I've used some foreign language book that I just happen to have that I use for crafting, but any book, any sort of text will do. And I've just ripped it into fairly big pieces and stuck it more or less across the middle of the page. So the next thing we're going to do is get some colour on that, but before I do that I'll just share with you the stamps that I'm going to use today, keeping it quite simple. And I'm using the Spheres stamp set, these lovely different patterned spheres, and another stamp set that I've only recently bought, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to appreciate this one. It's called Dreams Come True, and it's got loads of really lovely sentiments on it. If you have a dream, give it a chance to happen. Dreams come true. There's always something new to discover. And the one that I'm going to use today is this one, Stay Inspired. So that's the plan. Okay, so to get colour on the page, I'm going to use a mix of some Vivids, and I'm just going to dribble a few little spots on here because they do go a long way. I can always put some more on. So that one was Alan Adale, and this one is Loxley Yellow. So just a few little dribbly bits. I'll spritz those and see how that gets on. I think I'm going to need some more, but that's absolutely fine. I've got Will Scarlet as well, so I'm going to add a touch of red into that, but I don't think I want too much of that, otherwise it's going to dominate. So let's come back with the yellow. Take off some of that excess. And let that run a little bit on the text. And some more of the orange over here, I think. Quite happy to get some colour on these bits of the page, but I'm also quite happy if it doesn't colour it entirely and I've still got some white patches left. Okay, I'm going to go in now with some Distress sprays, and I'm keeping in the same sort of colour family. So I've got Mustard Seed and Saltwater Taffy, and obviously these will react with the water. some nice coverage there now. Okay, so I think what I'll do now is give that a dry. So just dry that off. Okay, and then I'm going to put some of the Vivids with the mica in it. This one's a drop of Golden Sun, just to add a little bit of shine and colour to the top part of the page. So it's coming out a bit dribbly, but that's quite good. Just remember to put that in water. I haven't actually got a pot of water with me, I've just got my spray. So I'll just put a bit of spray around the nozzle and hope for the best. Okay, and I'll dry that off again. Okay, a bit of clean paper towel. Right, so that's almost done. I might just have a little bit of extra paint just to flick on the background to give it a little bit more depth. So I think what I will do is I will put some of the Will Scarlet on my glass mat. And add some water it down, and then use my fan brush to see if I can get some splatters. There we go. Alright, another little bit of prep that I've done. I'll just pop that up to one side. I want to actually put some stenciling on there as well. Is I've cut out from the same book pages some circles, various sizes. I've used my circle dies, but if you've got punches or do them freehand, whatever, or any shape will do. But I've cut out these circles, which I'm going to lay across here. But I want to do some stenciling first, and I need that to be quite a bit drier. So let's go back to the dryer. Okay, so in keeping with the circles theme, I've chosen this stencil, quite a new one from Indigo Blue, can't remember what it's called. And I've just got some white gesso, and I'm going to, now shall I use white gesso or shall I use True Grit? I might use True Grit, and then there's not much fear of it running under. Oh no, let's give it a try and see how we get on. But instead of using a palette knife, I'll use a sponge. Here we go, just get some out with my palette knife. And tap off the excess so I'm not flooding this area with gesso. do nicely. Some across the join to sort of connect the pages. Maybe I'm going to put my sentiment here, so I'm going to leave it at that. Far more gesso out on my mat than I actually needed, but isn't that the same old story? Okay. Right, so I've got my background piece more or less done. So now I want to arrange these on here across the page. I don't need them all to overlap, and some of the little ones can stand alone. Okay, and they're going to be stuck down with some slap it on mat. Just pop some out on my mat at the side. And because I've used some distress products which react with the water, I'm hoping that that will come through a little bit. Try and squeeze out any pleats or creases, but I think some of it is because of the what's underneath this page. It's making this page a little bit uneven, but never mind. Okay, so far so good. Let's put that extra, snap it on that back in the pot. And give that another dry, I think. I think that'll be okay for me to stamp on. So let's have a look at the spheres. And the ink that I'm going to stamp with is the VersaFine Clair in Tulip Red. I'm just giving that another check. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. So this stamp gives you a whole selection of spheres. So I'm going to use obviously the large ones on the larger circles. And I don't think I need to mask anything. I might round here, but we'll come to that if we need to. So tap some ink on. And I'll just move that so it's not in the way. As I say, this page is a bit uneven, so I'm hoping that I'll get a good image. If not, it doesn't matter. Give it some even pressure. That's fine. Put that one to one side and see where we go next. I'm wondering whether to come in with a bit of black on some of these as well. But I'll pop the red one on there for now. Yeah, I think I might need to add some black on there to have it stand out a bit more. Let's see if I can find my black ink pad. Just a bit onto a scrap and see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that might be a good one to use. Okay. But I'll need to even them out a little bit. So we'll have another red one over here. I just hate it when that happens. Your stamp drops off you. Well, that'll just have to go there. It might be a bit off centre, but that's fine. Do this with flowers or a selection of little stamps. haven't used these spheres for quite a while, so I thought I'd get them out and give them a go. Alright, we'll try with this. I'm going to put this on here. Come back and see if I can fix that. And this one where I've cut out the circle, I want to mask that so it doesn't go over the top, so I'll use another one. To catch that edge. And then we'll see if we can do a red one in the middle. So just one more to do. So we've got a couple of red ones, a large black one, so we'll come back with this black one down here. Those days when you don't really want to get a whole load of different stamps out to create, so a stamp set like this that's got a few options works, and that's going to be a bit tricky over that middle. That one would have been perfect, I wonder. I haven't got another big one cut out. Never mind, we'll go with it. Wonder if I can put something underneath to stabilise that a bit. Oh, let's just go with it and let's see what we get. I'm pressing down on that side. And then on this side as well. Okay, I quite like that with the bit in the middle, that's fine. Alright, so that's the stamping of those done. I'll put that to one side. And now I want to stamp my sentiment, stay inspired. I'm going to try and stamp it directly onto here, and if it doesn't work I'll stamp it onto a piece of card and stick it over the top. So I think we'll do that in black as well to have that stand out. And just there. Okay. And now I want to go around these circles and give them a bit of definition. So and we're just coming in with some water soluble crayon. So just wet my finger a little bit to go over that. Go over the edge of the circle so some of it comes onto that background. If I'm honest, I'm not sure I like this sentiment. It's too square and I could have done with something a bit longer. But it's done now, and let's see. I think I might cover it up and do something a bit different. So I just put a little bit of ink around the edge of that circle. Slap it on. needs a little bit of colour on it, so I'll just again use my fingers. Actually, I've got that fan brush sticking around, so I'll just, there we are. Nothing too much. That looks better. So in terms of a sentiment and a stamp on that, I think we'll have come back with the black. I think what I'm going to do is find one of my journal words and stick that across there so that that circle doesn't have a sphere on it at all. Just bear with me while I go and find what I need. A few already cut out, so I think that might go. And I think that's fine. Let's have a look. I'm going to edge that with a bit of the wax crayon. Perhaps put a bit over the whole thing so it's not quite so stark. Pop that on with some Grab and Glow. Did I just say Grab and Glow? Grab and Go. And then around the edge. What do I need around the edge? Maybe I might bring in a bit more black. just wet that out. And a bit more in the corners. Oh, pardon me. Okay, there you have it. Double page journal spread. Didn't quite all go according to plan, but that's crafting, isn't it? Oh, pardon me, I'm going to cough again. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.